I think if you speak to many comedians, they'll say the pain.
The stage is ablaze, the crowd is electric, and Chevy Chase, the undisputed king of 80s comedy, stands shoulder to shoulder with his National Lampoon family, resurrecting the chaotic, hilarious spirit of the Griswold legacy. But is this heartfelt reunion a glorious comeback for a comedy legend, or a desperate attempt to cling to fading stardom? Buckle up, this story is a wild ride. A reunion that turned back time. On August 17, 2025, the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center in Chicago transformed into a living time capsule. Fan Expo Chicago 2025 wasn't just another pop culture convention. It was a seismic, emotional collision of past and present, a moment that transported thousands of fans back to the 80s and 90s. Chevy Chase, the iconic Clark Griswold from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, 1989, and National Lampoon's Vacation, 1983, stood at the heart of it all, reuniting with his on-screen family in a spectacle that left the audience roaring with excitement. The stage was a who's who of comedy royalty. Beverly D'Angelo, 73, who played the ever-enduring Ellen Griswold. Randy Quaid, 74, the gloriously unhinged Cousin Eddie. Juliette Lewis, 52, who brought teenage angst to Audrey in Christmas Vacation. Dana Barron, 59, the original Audrey from Vacation. And Anthony Michael Hall, 57, the first Rusty from the 1983 classic. The crowd erupted as they took the stage, their chemistry as electric as ever, proving that the Griswold family's magic still burns bright after all these years. Chase, now 81, stood tall, his signature smirk cutting through the decades like a perfectly timed punchline. He took to Instagram to share the moment, posting a video that captured the raw joy of the reunion. Great time this past weekend in Chicago at Fan Expo Chicago with old friends and new ones, he wrote, alongside footage of him embracing Quaid, laughing with Lewis, and wrapping D'Angelo in a warm hug. The video showed Chase posing for selfies with starry-eyed fans, swapping stories with fellow celebrities like Rob Schneider and Brendan Fraser, and soaking in the adulation of a crowd that hadn't forgotten the man who made Christmas disasters iconic. But this reunion was more than a feel-good moment. Chase dropped a bombshell that sent ripples through the fandom. He's embarking on a nationwide tour of Christmas Vacation screenings from November 20th to December 18th, 2025. From Daytona Beach to Newark, fans will have the chance to relive every catastrophic holiday moment, burned turkeys, tangled Christmas lights, and that infamous squirrel in the tree scene, followed by intimate Q&A sessions with Chase and his wife, Janie. And if that wasn't enough to stoke the nostalgia flames, Chase announced a 40th anniversary screening of his 1985 comedy Fletch in Monterey, California, on October 29. Oh, and there's more. A 2026 CNN documentary, I'm Chevy Chase and You're Not, promises to dive deep into the highs and lows of his storied career. Is this the comeback of the century, or a final bow for a comedy titan? The reunion unraveled like a Hollywood blockbuster. Close your eyes and imagine the scene. The convention hall hums with anticipation, the air thick with the scent of popcorn and vintage merchandise. Fans clutch weathered VHS tapes, Griswold family Christmas mugs, and faded movie posters, chanting Clark, Clark, as the cast strides onto the stage. The lights dim, and the crowd's energy surges like a tidal wave. Beverly D'Angelo, radiant at 73, flashes a warm, knowing smile, her voice tinged with nostalgia as she recalls her first meeting with Chase. It was like meeting my brother, she told People in 2022, admitting she almost turned down the role of Ellen Griswold, worried her dramatic background and young age, 30 at the time, made her a poor fit for a mom of teenagers. My agent said it was very funny, and when I met Chevy, the chemistry was instant, she shared, her words painting a picture of a bond that carried the films. Randy Quaid, the wild card of the group, steals the show with his gravelly voice and deadpan delivery, cracking jokes about Cousin Eddie's legendary ******* full line that send the crowd into hysterics. Chevy and I are best friends on and off screen. I laugh just looking at him. Quaid told People, reflecting on their recent collaboration in the 2024 holiday comedy The Christmas Letter, where they played rivals in a battle of over-the-top Christmas letters. Juliette Lewis, now a rock star actress, shares a heartfelt story about her teenage nerves on the Christmas Vacation set, while Dana Barron and Anthony Michael Hall swap tales of their time as the original Griswold kids. The panel feels like a family reunion, with Chase as the quirky, lovable patriarch, regaling the crowd with stories of on-set pranks, like the time he improvised Clark's meltdown over the Christmas lights. The Instagram video Chase posted is a treasure trove of moments: bear hugs with Quaid, playful banter with Lewis, and a quiet moment with D'Angelo that feels like a private nod to their decades-long friendship. Fans swarm the stage for photos, some tearing up as they meet the man who defined their holiday traditions. But beneath the laughter and nostalgia, there's an undercurrent of tension. Whispers of Chase's controversial past, tales of on-set feuds, and difficult behavior hover like an uninvited guest, threatening to dim the glow of this joyous reunion. The media fallout and social media tsunami. The reunion didn't just make waves, it triggered a full-blown tsunami across the internet. X exploded with reactions, a chaotic mix of heartfelt nostalgia and biting cynicism. Chevy Chase and the Griswolds back together? I'm booking my tickets for the screening tour now. Posted at 80s Kid for Life, sharing a clip of Clark's iconic rant about his boss. Meanwhile, at Cinephile Critic took a sharper tone. Is this a comeback or a cash grab? Chevy's been out of the spotlight for a reason. The hashtag Griswold reunion trended for nearly a day, with fans flooding the platform with grainy Christmas vacation clips, memes of Cousin Eddie's RV, and side-by-side photos of the cast then and now. Media outlets jumped into the fray. Entertainment Weekly hailed the reunion as a nostalgic triumph that proves the Griswolds are timeless, while Variety praised Chase's enduring charisma. But TMZ couldn't resist stirring the pot, running a headline that read, "Chevy Chase reunites with vacation cast, but can he outrun his past?" The article hinted at old grudges, referencing Chase's rocky history with co-stars and crews. On X, some users dug up stories from his Community days, with one viral post reading, "Love Clark Griswold, but Chevy's ego was the real squirrel in the Christmas tree." Others defended him fiercely, with that comedy nerd 88 posting, "Say what you want about Chevy, but he made Christmas Vacation a holiday staple. Show some respect." The polarized reactions painted a vivid picture of a man both adored and polarizing, his legacy as tangled as Clark Griswold's 25,000 Christmas lights. Yet, amid the noise, the reunion's warmth shone through, with fans sharing stories of watching Christmas Vacation every December, quoting lines like, "Hallelujah, holy sh*T, where's the Tylenol?" The internet was a battleground of love and skepticism, but one thing was clear: Chevy Chase still commands attention.